this whole section, there's more than what we'll talk about here today, but we want to
Sure.
highlight a couple different sections inside of this presentation. But when you think about certain groups in your organization that may need remote access, they may not need remote access to the level of giving them access to a desktop via RDP. That might be a good way to do it. That's not saying that they're not, don't let rise that level, but one group particularly that comes up a lot is, I have a salesperson in the field, and they're traveling around a region and they're visiting customers, and they need to remotely look at customer inquiry to gain, does that customer owe us money? Do they, have they placed an order recently? What's, just getting into information, or going to the level of, I'm on site and I'm going to put an order in the system for delivery, or maybe I have some stuff on my truck and I'm going to create an invoice and sell them something on the spot.
Okay.
So that's one group that comes up a lot, which is just, we have some remote sales force that need access to data. And there's a couple different solutions that come to mind when we think about that group. One is Sage CRM, which bolts on to Sage 100. It offers a level of information around the customer for CRM purposes, which stands for Customer Relationship Management, and lets them manage opportunities and activities and cases and orders and accounting information that gets fed over. But it's a browser-based solution, so they can access it from their phone or from any tablet, or it's meant for a browser, so it really gives that remote capability without having a remote session needing to be in place. Another solution that is out there, there's a couple different ones out there, and they definitely have different pros and cons, but it's a mobile sales solution that runs on an iPad or runs on a phone, Android or iPhone based operating system, but really gives a window to data on those devices and allows people to put in orders and put in invoices and do some inquiry. But they're built specifically for a remote device, a mobile device for a salesperson, and kind of speaks to their daily activities in that realm. ScanForce comes to mind, XK0 comes to mind. Those are two different providers with two different solutions. But again, the idea of that is Sage stays where it's at. There's no change to the office and the back office of what they're up to. You're kind of just giving access to that information within Sage on a mobile device for that group of people.